next thing that I hate about K-pop is about company management. Every year a lot of groups debut, and by a lot, I mean a lot. In 2021 about almost 60 plus girl groups debuted. In 2022 pre-debut and debuted groups are a lot, and too many to count, and by pre-debut, I mean ones to debut this year or next year. I'm so shocked at the amount of legit nugu companies that come up, and how many groups debut each year. The thing that I hate about this is not the fact that too many groups debut, I get new bops for my playlist, but the companies who debut them, because out of all the nugu groups who come from new nugu companies, it's uncertain which groups who debut will try to stay for long, which groups will disband after debut, which groups will never officially debut, and which groups will have a comeback or two and disband out of nowhere. The companies who debut groups only to disband them for no reason are companies who make me think, why debut them in the first place, if disbandment is the route that you'll take? Single quote. I know so many girl groups who disbanded without comebacks and have only had one song, or maybe one song and one B-side with the debut song. I just find it so annoying that companies would debut groups only to disband them, and it's so sad seeing how there are idols who have debuted 5 times, because their previous groups all disbanded with no clear future, making these idols unlucky. And yes, I know that some companies are smaller companies with no funds or little funds, but even through that, there are groups like Chic Angel, debut 2017, Floria, Asomd and Episode debut 2020, who are all 3 from smaller companies with not that much funds, but are still active and post on social media with no disbandment in sight. So it makes me wonder, what the actual intentions of these groups' companies are. I know there'll be more companies to disband groups because I'm not sure. The next thing that I hate about K-pop is K-pop stans hating on idols when they get exposed, especially for bullying. I believe in the fact that people who hate idols directly without waiting for more information and staying neutral, are people who don't care about the bullying, but just use the idol's exposing as an excuse to shit on the idol. I believe people just want drama because they don't care, and have no heart. Why do people love hating so much? Do they not know that hating on the exposed idol makes them into a bully? Also, hating will not solve anything. It'll just make the idol more hurt, because maybe that idol was falsely accused, and we don't know that yet, but we're bullying that idol, because they got exposed for something false. But what if they did actually bully, but we don't know that yet? Then hating will not change the fact that they bullied. It'll just make us into a bully like the idol. So IDK, why the fuck people can't just stay neutral, and wait for more information, instead of making quick judgments which are just plain stupid, and makes you look like a clown because no information is available yet. The next thing that I hate about K-pop is so many terrible K-pop songs get popular, but the actual good ones get jack shit, and nothing at all. There's so many groups, boy-girl groups, who deserve more for their quality music, their nicely shot MVs, and also for some groups who try to better their quality each comeback to get more. Why do y'all not notice the good songs that barely get by, but make songs that are utter garbage popular? Why do y'all hate yourselves so much, that y'all want to forget what good music is? Songs like Sticker have 81 million views, but songs like Scandalous, Whatever, Seen by Kiembo, Stop by Minimini, Look at Me by ICU, Freeze 'em by Hashtag, Close Your Eyes by BZ Boys, Timeless by UNVS, Get Out by NCUS, My Name by D-Crunch, and so many more amazing songs who have less. Like, how come people like to genuinely give views to bad songs? Just because they're from a big 3 company, or a big company, or are well known as a group, or are popular as a group, you shouldn't stream a song by them even when it's bad. There are a lot of good bigger group, well-known group and popular group songs that are amazing, but with the good, comes the bad, and IDK, why people like to stream the bad as well. Sticker, Hot Sauce, Wah Da Da, even though I love it now. Thunderous, God's Menu, and some more fall under the bad. They're not good, and you can't convince me otherwise. And no, this is not me trying to hate on bigger groups, just to promote smaller ones. This is me questioning the tastes of people who don't seem to see some good music going to waste, but they pay attention to the horrendous to the ears musical trash that should have been thrown in the trash, because it's clearly making these talented idols release disaster pieces, not masterpieces. The next thing that I hate about K-pop is that people wanting more idol interaction, which is dumb. How can you ask for more idols to interact, when them interacting in the slightest bit would lead to a lot of shipping, and other unnecessary shit? Remember how Jennie and V.I still DK if it's them were spotted together? People were shook. So how does wanting more idols to interact make things better in K-pop when things like shipping happen? Yes, I want more interactions, more fun between idols and other things, but I'm scared for them being shipped together and all the weird things that K-pop stans do that make things bad. So I think it's safe to not let them interact, because of this. The next thing that I hate about K-pop is faves, and yes, this is an opinion talked about a lot and is seriously getting old as an opinion, but I wanted to share my own long thoughts. I'm talking about faves in the perspective of K-pop stans. Firstly, not all K-pop stans are like this, thank God, but there are people who are like this. The thing that I hate about K-pop stans and faves is when K-pop fans feel the need to like every song of a group even when it's bad, just because it's their faves. IDK why people feel the need to eat every song their faves put out just because it's their faves. IELT Mamamoo, Girlkind, SF9, Shiny etc. But I dislike Hip, Dinga and some more songs by Mamamoo. I dislike the song Broccoli Mixtape by Girlkind, which I think is a meme song IDK. I'm not that much a fan of Trauma by SF9 and I don't like Don't Call Me by Shiny. I have more ults, but I genuinely like every song of my other ults, and they were not relevant to this topic. All I'm saying is that, I don't like every single song my faves put out. I know what quality music is, and what it's not. People need to realize that just because it's your faves, it doesn't mean that you have to like every song of theirs. The company's job as a company is to put out good music for the group, and the group's job is to make the song sound good. But if the whole song is bad, the concept is horrible, the instrumental isn't good, and everything is just horrible to the ears, then what's the point of liking and streaming? If your faves are not putting out quality music, then why force yourself to like it? I mean, you don't have to unstan your faves just because of that one or two bad songs. All I'm saying is that, don't force yourself to like utter garbage. If you genuinely like the utter garbage, then IDK what to say. But if you're forcing yourself to like it even though it's utter garbage, then stop. A song is supposed to make you feel things, make you excited and hyped and other things. If the song is not doing that for you, and you're not happy by the comeback, don't stream it, and don't listen to it and give it views, even it being your faves. Whenever I listen to songs, especially my faves, I get so excited and happy, but sometimes I get happy at songs I never expected to like, and sometimes I don't like the song. That shows who I truly am as a K-pop stan. So please stop forcing yourself to like something from your faves. That's making you come off as a K-pop stan who doesn't genuinely like K-pop, but one who's forcing themselves to like it. The last thing that I hate about K-pop is people who call K-pop Korean songs underwhelming or boring. I've already talked about this before, but I wanna say it again. I've seen people rank songs or review songs on KTube, and then call the song boring or underwhelming, because it doesn't have that pizzazz, and I understand why people would say that. The song is slow, or it's chill, or it's a soft song, or it's not fast-paced or loud noisy hard hitter. But why call it boring, or bland or underwhelming just because it's a slower-paced song, or a chill song, or a song that has a beat but it's still simple and nothing special? The song is supposed to be that way. People don't always make fast-paced hard hitters and things. Also, not every K-pop Korean song has to be a hard hitter. There has to be the soft to calm down the loud. People make soft, chill songs. Just because it's chill, soft and simple, doesn't mean it's bland or boring. I would understand if the song itself feels boring, not because of its chill factor, but because of listening to it and it doesn't really grab you. But if you find it boring solely on the basis of it being chill, then I don't think you can call it boring or underwhelming or bland because of that. Chill, soft songs are meant to be soft, so it's supposed to have a minimalistic and simple sound to it. It's supposed to be that way. Stop calling a soft song boring or bland simply on the basis that you found it boring, because of its soft nature, when it's meant to be that way. 이제 내게 모든 말해도 괜찮아.